Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another shave review video. We're so excited. We're using the Tatara Masamune and we're going to be using the brand new Henson shaving cream. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, well let's get started right there. As I always do when I'm doing a review of software, soap, I like to start with you guys seeing the lathering process. So we're excited to be carrying the new Henson shave cream. And it says number 2 on here. I'm pretty sure there's some other products associated with this new Henson line and we'll have to be stocking them. But I'm gonna crack this bad boy open. We just got it in a few weeks ago. It's been crazy. At the time of this filming, it's right around between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And let me tell you, our store has been absolutely flooded with orders and busyness and boxes arriving. And I mean, tubs and tubs of boxes going out. And it's crazy lately. Been crazy. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to start. I dripped a little bit down here. I'm going to start by just trying to like apply some, like distribute it a little bit. And then now I'll kind of go to town. I did put the Razor Emporium pre-shave on underneath it. And maybe I'm cheating, guys, but guess what? It is what it is. I need all the prep I can get. And I had someone say, why don't you just have hot water? I don't do hot water at home. I do cold water. Have for years, more than 10 years of cold water shaving. Works best for my skin. While we're getting started, a couple things have changed around here. First and foremost, what do you think about the new set? Guys, we're pretty excited. Yeah, I actually did all this work myself. I'm a handy guy, pride myself on that. And we came in here with some cool sound panels and we had this custom ordered light like months ago, maybe even close to a year ago we got that signed, but we were waiting for the new set. And finally, the day was here. He said, look, there's no more delaying. We need a new look. And part of that new look then was also Marissa, our video producer, said, Matt, you need a new look for your shirt to stand off this dark background. So I guess this is my look now. I just bought the shirt today. Maybe I'll put like a little logo on here, maybe. She said that would be enough of a brand logo. You guys tell me, should I get a branded V-neck or just a clean white V-neck? This is actually better than a lot of like bottle-based products I've used. It's not getting as thick as I normally would like it thick, but we'll see how it actually performs in terms of glide, comfort, and protection. The other thing that happened is so random. If you're seeing my hands, they have this like red look to them. I was at the gym this morning. I tried something new with like these straps. You put a strap on and it's got like a hook to hold weights. I was doing like these shrugs and I felt like this intense kind of pain. Because they were 130 pounds on each side. I was doing like this, and then I looked down, and all of a sudden my hands like turned this dark red, and I think I broke some capillaries in my hands. So hopefully that goes away. If not, this is just my new look. But if you're wondering, like, well, Matt, why are your hands like, yeah, that's what it is. So we've got the Tatara Masamune razor. Tatara has been out since 2016, based out of Portugal. They make CNC razors and accessories. This is their 3-piece razor. We showed loading it up. I got a Rex Platinum blade. I got 3 days of growth. But guess what? This razor doesn't care. I'm liking it. It's going right through it. Mowing it down. 3 days of growth, man. That's a lot for me too, because my stubble is heavy. Nice and clean. I would say this is in the same category as like a Gillette Tech, or maybe the Feather ASD2. It feels pretty blade neutral. I would give it the Goldilocks, 5 out of 10 for aggressiveness, not overly aggressive, not too mild. If you're looking for an everyday shaver, I can already tell this is a good choice. Now this is what they call their Masamune Dark, and that just means it has a PVD coated finish. It's a CNC razor made out of stainless steel in Portugal, and then they're doing a PVD. PVD means physical vapor deposition, which just means like they are using a pretty specialized vacuum chamber and the parts go in there, and then they like inject a dye in the air, and then it goes and settles like onto the part. But it's a really, really deep penetrating finish, and it's really super durable. It's actually more durable than plating, so it's a good finish. Should be pretty scratch resistant and up for everyday life. And I had to look it up what Masamune means. I also had to look up how to say it. So if you didn't already know, Tatara is all about the Japanese influence. These guys are Portuguese, but they love samurai culture, Japanese culture. And so Masamune was actually a famous sword maker back in the day, like the 1200s. But in context of people saying the word Masamune, it's kind of like saying like exact or high quality or really well made. It'd be like if someone kind of said in slang, like, man, that's like Mercedes-Benz, like, or something like that. That's like a Rolex. Like they're using that name to attribute quality from one thing to another. Because I guess this Masamune guy made like the best katanas, like the best Japanese samurai swords of all time. We're big fans of Masamune. We're a big fan of Tatara. You know, I know a lot of people think, well, Matt, how can you be objective? You also have a dog in the race. You make Rex products. Rex are also CNC made. You know, similar price points, similar quality, similar materials. And I say, look, there's enough room in this market for everybody. And we've been selling them for a while and they sell really well. So I'm all for Tatara. Like, it's good stuff. I don't need to be like, oh, pick this. You guys pick this. And honestly, no one just has one of these in their bathroom. They have a bunch. That being said, let's go over here. The only thing I think I could comment about this design, and it's not even negative, it's just like, be aware, is the handle is not super grippy. It's not slippery by any means. It's not slippery, but it's not super grippy. So if you're someone who maybe struggles with dexterity, or you really like a super grippy handle, or you're head shaving, or you're shower shaving, it's not Velcro. Not a dig. I mean, it's beautiful. And this is like their thing. They, all of their razor finishes have this like dotted, almost like a golf ball, a bunch of like little divots, like a little bunch of little, it honestly looks like a drill. That's my guess. While it's on the lathe, you can have what's called live tooling, so it can spin, but then another head can come over and drill. So it's just kind of doing like a little ball nose drilling operation, I'm guessing. It's very beautiful. But we are here. I can't stand if people expect our YouTube channel just to be butterflies and unicorns, and I just tell you like everything's great, buy everything. Why are you watching? You should be hearing me tell you the truth, and also like, you know, just feedback. But it's doing a good job mowing through the hair. It's a closed comb design. It's, again, not a lot of blade gap. That's maybe my other critique is I do have to kind of clean out the head a lot. But man, after not shaving for 3 days, it's great. I love when I grow a beard. It's so much fun to grow a beard, especially this time of year. In fact, I probably should grow my annual winter beard. But man, there's nothing like a nice clean shave when you are ready for it. Especially the phase I'm in right now. Like 3 days is like just itchy. You don't get the fun part of like the length. Let me just trim this out. Cool, let's wrap it up. Sometimes I won't lie, sometimes I'm like apprehensive, like what am I using today? Is that gonna be like something that's gonna be aggressive or blade forward too much? Or am I gonna get a bunch of ingrowns from this or whatever? But no, this was a great choice. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, made in Portugal. They've been around since 2016, so they've been in the game pretty much as long as Rex has been in the game. I think we launched our ambassador end of 2016. I don't think I saw them in the US maybe for another year or two, maybe like 2018, 2019, I started seeing them more and more pop up in the US. I don't think a lot of vendors online carry them. Other cool thing they do with their guard is like they use a different cutout. Like most vendors just use like the left and right, like this, little bars. Like I call it the tech cutout, like the Gillette Techs. But they actually put like the little letter T, because if you look at the cutout of a blade, it's got a long hair stuck on here. You look at the cutout of a blade, you can form a letter T. In fact, that was part of the whole, I call it the blade wars of the early 1930s with Gillette trying to get people not to use their razors and Valet Autostrade. We've told that story before here, but let's just say that the cutout you know today, this really weird cutout, is a bunch of different vendors all trying to have patents about what shape their razors would use and what shape their handles, or the blades would use, and trying to make proprietary blades, and you can only use my blade with my razor handle. It's no different than today. I mean, the same thing with Gillette now, like, you know, what Fusion cartridges will go on a Fusion handle. Like sometimes you have to buy like the name brand, like they won't fit on. Or you see it with ink cartridges too. You have, you have to buy these genuine ink toners or these genuine parts, whatever. I mean, it's an age-old game. But the funny thing is that business model is actually called the razor and blade business model because it's been around since this time frame. I'm gonna finish up. I didn't even comment about the cream at all, really. I'm gonna finish up with Parasso, my safety. My always go-to, if I have don't know what else to pair with something, it's always Parasso White for sensitive skin, aftershave balm. But yeah, the cream from Henson was good. I wouldn't say it was like something to write home about in terms of like, whoa, that was revolutionary. That had duck fat and, donkey fat in it, and it had all these cool things. No, I wouldn't say that at all. But if I was to throw it in my gym bag or throw it in my travel bag or have it, in my guest bathroom or give it as a gift, yeah, like it's nice, especially if you want that format. I bet you could, I wonder if it actually says on it if you can use it brushless. I bet you could use it brushless. It does not say you have to use a brush. Well, yeah, use a brush or fingers. There you go. So if you're someone who maybe doesn't want to use a brush, or again, some of these situations where taking a brush may be cumbersome, it's a great product. So that's what I got. I want to hear from you guys all about Tatara. If you own a Tatara razor, what's your favorite? They have other ones. We'll have to bring them in here. Some of the adjustable ones are cool. Other models they have. If you've used the new Henson shaving cream, what do you think about it? Is my assessment, spot on. And also, what do you think of the new set? Like, is this a cool look? Are we going too trendy? Is it like just spot on? Is it classy? We've had the white brick wall for like a decade, so something new, guys. That's all I got. Matt Pisarcik from Razor Emporium. If you do leave a comment, I can't even say anymore. You'd win this shirt because you're not going to win this shirt. But we still do. We'll have our black and blue t-shirts available. So I may have to have one like over here, like black and blue t-shirt. But that's what I got. Leave a comment. You're interested in winning a t-shirt. Please share this video with someone who needs to see it. Like this video if you liked it. And we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.